Good morning, fourth grade. Okay, so today's math review lesson focuses on our place value chart. Yep. All right. So again, this is a review. So all of this is material that we have gone through, but it's good to have a nice refresher so it's nice and fresh in our brains and we remember, oh yeah, that's how we do it, or that's where that place value is, okay? All right. So we're going to go ahead and start right to left because we know that our smallest value number is going to be at the very right part of our number because that is where our ones place value is. Okay. As we shift over one place value, we see that it's now in the tens column. Okay. So going from ones to tens, think about what is happening. How does this number change and what does it do to the value? All right, so some of us may have noticed something like, I still see a 1 here and I still see a 1 here. True. What else do you notice? Okay, some of us might notice that there's a 1 here and a 1 here, but there's a 0 here and no 0 here. Okay, that is another thing that is a good thing to notice. What does it mean when we have a 0 at the end of a number? Okay, that is where our place value changes, going from one place value to another place value. Okay, so what happened here, going from 1 to 10? Whatever happens here to go from 1 to 10 is the same idea of it going from another place value, tens, to now 100s. So whatever you're doing here to here is the same thing you're going to do from here to here, here to here, here to here, and so on and so forth, okay? So if we notice a pattern, we could say, all right, I know that 1 plus 9 is 10. Yes. But can I do that with the same thing here? Is 10 plus 9 100? No. So it's a pattern, not one for the place value though. All right. So what else do we notice? I notice using my multiples, okay, 1 times 10 is 10. True. Let's see if it continues to work. 10 times 10, is it 100? Yes, it's true. And if we continue with that pattern, 100 times 10 is 1,000, and so on and so forth. So every time I go from one place value to our next higher place value, going from 1 to 10, all you're doing is multiplying 1 times 10 to get you 10. Okay? 10 times 10 going to our hundreds place will give you 100. Now let's take a look at the number pattern here that we see. Okay? I see that 1 and 10. Okay? And earlier, some of you may have noticed that this one has a 0 and this one does not. Okay? 1 times 1 is 1. Okay? 1 times 0 is 0. That 0 comes from that times 10 greater amount. So 1 times 10 is 10, and I'm adding that 0 because it is now 10 times greater to equal 110. Okay? Also, another way, if we had our math manipulatives, okay, we know that we have long sticks, squares, and those tiny little squares. So if I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 of those, okay? If I had 10 of those tiny little squares, and I know those squares are circles, but that's okay, same idea, okay? One whole row of 10 of those would equal a 110. One of those thin rectangular tens blocks, okay? And going from tens to 100s, we see again the similarity. Both have a 1, both have at least 1 0. Oh, but this one has one more 0. That's where this number comes into place. We sometimes use the language, we add a 0. Yes, we are adding a 0 because we are making it 10 times greater, going from 10 to 100. So if I were to draw out Okay, I already know that I have 10 ones gives me 1 10. So if I have that rectangle that we know as a manipulative, okay, that looks like that. If I had 10 of those, then I would have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, just work with me. I know it's not exact, but you know what I'm going for here. So I have 10 tens. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 tens, okay? 10 tens would give me one of those huge, again, it's okay, it's not perfect, okay? Going with what I know. One of those rectangular blocks. So let's look and continue with the pattern that we see. I see 10 ones. 10 of those ones would equal 1 10. I see 10 tens. One of these tens would be one of these 100 blocks. Okay? And we don't have thousands or 10,000 blocks, but what we will do is to continue with the hundreds because we know that 10 100s would give you 1 1,000. So you would need 10 of these to equal 1,000. So when you are thinking about how a number goes from a single digit to a double digit, like one number here, oh, this one has 2 numbers here, you know that you are multiplying because it's times 10 greater, okay? 10 ones, 10 tens, now 1 10, or excuse me, 100. Okay, I should have said that a little bit differently. 10 ones equals 1 10. 10 tens equals 1 10. I do not want to draw out 10 of these rectangles, but you know that 10 of these would equal 1,000. Okay. All right, now let's go ahead and look a little bit more in practice with our standard form numbers and do just a little bit of practice. All right, so if I have the number 2,478, okay, the first number 2,000 tells me where I'm going to put my number. Okay, 2. Am I saying 1,000 or excuse me, am I saying 1,000? Yes. Just remember the 2, kind of like in the ones place in every subgroup. Okay, 2,000, 400, and when you say the number 78, you know what it looks like. Okay, so if you can say it, you can write it. So 2,478. I know a lot of you are already saying, oh, we forgot something. Nope, didn't forget. Okay. Every time you have a number greater than 4 digits long, we do have to incorporate and put in that comma. Okay. Even if you have a 7-digit number, every 3 numbers, anything greater than 3 numbers, has to have a comma. So if you have 7 digits, okay, comma there also. All right, so what I want you to do after this review video has been viewed by you, I would like you to do just a little bit of practice. It's okay if you don't have this place value chart, but I want you to focus on writing some numbers down, okay? What I'm looking for when you're writing your numbers is making sure that you are writing the number correctly, inserting comma, but you are also you're working on correctly saying the number as it is, okay? This represents 8. You would read this number as 8. This number represents 78 once. You read it as 78. 478 once. You read it as 478. Lastly, 2,478. If you know the place value, work on saying the number correctly. You say the number, its value, and remaining. Okay? So again, this is just really good practice and review of what you already know. Just do your best. Simply try and see if you can get down. We're not working any higher than 100,000s. If you want to challenge yourself with millions, go for it. But I expect you to be working up to the 100,000s. Okay? And let's see if you can tell me, how would you read this number? Okay. I want you to practice reading that number and tell it to someone close to you. Ready? Go. No one's there? Tell it to someone later. Okay? All right. Good practice, good review. If you have questions, you know what to do. Please ask me. I hope you have a great Monday, and I hope you have had a really nice, restful spring break and are ready to get back into the math and ELA that we're going to do starting this week and really digging in deep next week. Okay? Have a great day. Enjoy your math review. Watch it again if you need to. Ask questions if you need to also. Do your best, work hard, have fun. And I'll see y'all later.